What's up, cinema fans? Welcome to Classic Noir Rewatch. We got The Thin Man for our Classic Noir Rewatch, so let's get into it. Starring William Powell and Marina Loy, but also my personal favorite character in this whole story, and that is Skippy the dog. Now you may ask yourself, well, Matt, why the hell are you doing a rewatch of a classic movie from the 30s? And see, I have a soft spot for classic black and white noir type films, from horror genre to crime and thriller, which is kind of like what this is, crime and mystery, and several other type classic noir films. From the earliest of films to literally up until the 60s, maybe sometimes 70s. But for those that don't know, this is basically Knives Out, but the original Knives Out, if you will. So basically the plot of this film, an inventor goes missing, and days before he went missing, he got into a fight with his second wife because he found out that his second wife was taking money from him that he earned. And he was going to use that money to get a gift for his daughter that is getting married, which leads to basically the city trying to find the inventor, but things happen, people get killed, and they think it's the inventor. I'm not trying to get into specifics because I don't want to spoil anything. I want people to watch this for themselves. But basically they think the inventor is behind all the crime sprees that happen, the murders and all this, which leads to Nick Charles and Nora Charles, which is played by Powell and Loy. And basically they're like Nick Charles is the greatest detective in the city, and basically they try to get him to find out the case, which he's brought into the case because the actual people that are behind it try to go after him and his wife, which brings him into the fold. But the comedy in this film was just freaking fantastic. It stands up to this day. To me personally, I think the building anticipation of trying to find out the murderer, which leads to more than one person, which leads to another person, which leads to another person, and you're going everywhere, but you're following the adventure of Nick Charles and Nora Charles, and they're finding the mystery of who is actually behind all the murders. And it's really cool. Like, there's a great scene, and this was peak cinema. So basically Nick gathers all the people he suspects as the murderer into this gathering dinner, and basically lets the killer expose himself because everyone's worried, well, what's going on here while we're here? And basically the killer reveals himself, and he reveals how he found out the actual killer because he knew who he was in the first place. But overall, I loved this film. I give it a 9.2. Follow for more cinema fans.